Alrighty, continue on. Video number 2 of 3. So far, we've gone over the introduction. We've gone over the order of operations. And we talked about these 4 Venn diagrams and how they lead us to what's called De Morgan's laws for sets. And then we talked about what that was. Yeah. Okay, so now, moving on. Next portion says, let U, the universe, be 1 through 8. A is 1, 3, 4, B is 1, 3, 5, 7, and C is 2, 4, 6, 7. Then it says to draw the Venn diagram for the sets above, and for each number below, write the given set in roster notation. Okay, I see. Yeah. So this is same thing that we did last class, if you remember. The only real difference is they're just making things more complicated. Last time, in last class, 2.2, we did things like this. We drew the Venn diagram. We answered questions like this, but we typically had only 2 sets. Now we have 3 sets. Basically just harder versions of what we saw last time. Okay, but to start, let's draw our diagram. Let's draw the diagram. Can I move this thing over here? It's kind of in my way in the side. Let's move it up here. Okay, so drawing the diagram. Let's make it over here. I would actually recommend that for you do it on a separate piece of paper. I'm only doing it here just because I want to keep it close for when I show it to you. Whoa, I don't know. I want to keep it close to the questions when I demonstrate them for you. But if I was you doing this, I would get a separate piece of paper for what I'm about to do. This is A, this is B, this is C. I know that looks a little strange because my circles are not exactly centered, but it's okay. All right, let's go through the numbers. Number 1. 1 is in A and it's in B, so it goes right there. 2 is in C and only C. 3 is inside of A and B again, goes right there. 4 is inside of A and C this time. 5 is inside of B, and that's it. 6 inside of C and only C. 7 is inside of B and C. And 8 is out in none of the circles. There's nothing in the intersection in the middle. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just do, now that I've drawn the Venn diagram for the sets, right? I'm just going to do one question, number 5. Do number 5. Looking at my picture, and then for the rest of the questions I'm going to do it the set algebra way. And I would like you guys to know how to do it both ways, but especially the set algebra way. That's the way I'm going to expect you're able to do on an exam. Now, as a good check, you can write the picture out, and yeah, if you really prefer that one, then you can always use it for yourself. But I would like you guys to be able to do the set algebra way. Okay, let's do number 5 though, just looking at the picture. It says A union B intersects C. And just going by order of operations, the A union B has a parentheses, so of course that's going to be first. I'm going to shade that here in the pink. Just kind of do a rough shading here. I'm not going to shade it perfect like I was before. Okay, so that's A union B in the pink part. And then I want to take that intersected with C. Let's use a different color. Let's use green, lime green. So I'm going to shade C this time. Ooh, that color combination is not nice. Okay, anyways. So I just shaded C. I shaded A union B first. I shaded C next. The intersection is a part that has both colors of shading. So in other words, it's this kind of puke brown color. Oh yeah, not that one. This see, oh, that's not bad. That's a little better. This is this part right here. Yeah. So that is the area. Those are the 3 regions that get shaded in the end. And now I look, okay, what numbers are contained there? There's the 4 and there's the 7. So the answer is set 4, 7, and then close the set. Those 2 things. Okay. All right. Okay. Now with all that said, let's do the rest the algebra way. Okay. Oh, you know what? I am actually gonna keep the picture. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that did not go as planned. I wanted to copy and paste the original stuff, but I'm not sure how to do that right now. So, never mind. Okay, new plan, guys. You know, because my space is limited, but I also want to keep the question close. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to erase after each question. Okay, so I'm going to do this one by one. You can follow along and make your own notes on your own separate piece of paper. That way you don't have the same issue that I have, which is the lack of space here. Okay, so I'm going to just copy down the question here, number 6. Okay, remember I told you guys, the first step to get a free point is to just copy down the question, but with the actual sets here. So I have 1, 3, 4, that's A, right? Next is the union symbol. And then next is the parentheses after that. And then what's B? Curly bracket, 1, 3, 5, 7. Yeah, next is the intersection symbol. And then the C set, which is 2, 4, 6, 7. Close the curly bracket, and then don't forget that parentheses at the end. Yeah, this parentheses right there. So all I've done is I've just copied down the question. That's 1 point right away. 1 point. And 1 point in the context of these kind of questions is going to be anywhere from 25% or 50% of your, up to 50% of your question. Okay, so now what's next? Well, I had these parentheses here. That means this time I'm going to do the intersection first. Intersection says, okay, if I have anything in common, that would be the intersection. The only thing these guys have in common is that 7. So in my second line, taking this intersection, the result is going to be just at 7 as a set. Yeah. Got a union in between. I'm just going to bring down this 1, 3, 4, just copying it down again. So now what do I have? I have 1, 3, 4 union with 7. I kept the parentheses, but I actually don't need them. I just going to take them out because it's visually nicer this way. Okay. A little closer. And so now I have 1 through 4 union with 7. And remember what we said about unions. To do a union, start by just rewriting the left set. And then tack on anything that you didn't already have. In this case, I didn't have the 7, so tack it on. And that's your result for number 6. There it is, your answer. Okay, that's number 6. All right. So I'm going to erase this now and go on to number 7. That's number 6. Make sure you guys are practice. Make sure you guys are attempting these questions by yourself before you look at this solution part, yeah? Let's move this a little bit out of the way. Let's move this over here. Oh, real quick, guys. Let's try to look at number 6 with the picture, since I have the picture here. I just moved it out into the... I just moved it into the words there. Do that again. Okay, let's leave it here for a second. Okay, let's relook at number 6 using the picture. So I had A union B intersects C. B intersects C would be this portion right here. Yeah? Here's B intersects C. Okay, that's where they overlap, right? And then you would intersect. I'm sorry, you're going to union that with A. So let me tack on A now. A is this part right here. Right? And the union means as long as you have any shading of any sort, you're going to end up in the union. So that means I'm going to end up with everything that has any blue shading and all. So that's all this part. And so I look now, what numbers are there? 1, 3, 4, and 7, and that's the answer I just had a moment ago. I erased it, but that's the same thing, right? 1, 3, 4, and 7. So, sweet. Okay. Now let's move this guy out of the way. Okay. Actually, that's very distracting. Put that up there. Okay. So now where were we? We were at number 7, 8, 9. Okay, so the plan, guys, is I'm going to do 7, 8, 9, set algebra away, and then we are going to cut this video off, okay? So here's number 7. First step, just copy down the sets. A is replaced with 1, 3, 4. Then I've got a union, and I've got a B, which is 1, 3, 5, 7. Don't forget, you got that line over the top. You got that complement line over the top. Yeah. Next symbol is the intersection with C, and C is 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. So I just took this set here, replaced A with what A is, replaced B with what B is, replaced C with what C is. I just recopied the question basically. And that's already one free point. Next step. Okay, next step is I'm looking for parentheses. I don't have any actual parentheses, but what I do have is I have a complement over the top of something big complement. That means there's really an invisible parentheses underneath that complement. So I'll do that part first for sure. Taking that union, remember what I said, just copy down the left side first and tack on anything you don't have already. I already had 1, I already had 3. I didn't have 5, I didn't have 7, so that's the union. Don't forget, we haven't done the complement yet, so carry through that line over the top, okay? Intersected with this part, I'm just bringing it down. 2, 4, 6, 7, yeah? Okay, now what's next? Well, I've got a complement and I've got an intersection. We know complements are next in the order of priority. So I'm going to do the complement. In other words, I'm going to get everything that's not 1, 3, 4, 5, or 7 in the universe. Remember, our universe is 1 through 8. So I do get a 2. I don't get a 4 or 5. I do get a 6, and I do get an 8. Those are the numbers that are not 1, 3, 4, 5, or 7 in my universe. Okay, now, just recopy down this intersection, recopy down this set right there, 2, 4, 6, 7. Taking the intersection means what do they have in common? They both got 2 in common. They both got 6, and that's it. So the final result, let's change color actually. They both had 2, and they both had 6. So the final result is going to be 2, 6. That's what we got there. If you want, you can put equal signs at each step because this original set is equal to the next, is equal to the final result. That is 7. Okay, let's move along to the next one. Number 8. Number 8. And then number 9 after that. Okay, so this is number 8. Remember, first step, just copy down what the sets are. I've got A first, which is 1, 3, 4. Then I've got this union symbol right there, right? And then I've got B, which is 1, 3, 5, 7. I've got an intersection symbol. I've got C, which is 2, 4, 6, 7. Don't forget you had this complement over the top of B intersects C, so that's right over here. This is where the complement would go, over the B intersects C portion. That line is crooked. That's better. All right, again, I have a big complement, which means there's really an invisible parentheses going on there, right here. So that will be the first step to take that intersection. Taking the intersection, I'm looking for things they have in common, which is just the 7. That's the only thing they have in common, right? Okay. So I'm going to copy that thing down. I got 1, 3, 4 on the left. Union with taking this intersection, I just get the 7, but don't forget the complement over the top. Now that's going to be the next stage. Taking that complement, I get the opposite of 7, which is almost everything. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not 7, and then 8. Right? Everything except for 7. Union that with the 1, 3, and 4. And remember what I said about unions. To do a union, start by rewriting the left side. Oh, actually, orange was a bad choice because it looks very much like the red. So start by writing the left side. Tack on anything I didn't have yet. I didn't have the 2 yet. I didn't have the 5, 6, or 8. Okay, and if you prefer to write that in numerical order, you could write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, but that's not important. Any order is okay for a set. There's your answer. Okay. If you wrote it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, that's also correct. So don't feel bad if you wrote it in a numeric order. Actually, you probably should feel good because that's nice. Makes it easier for me to grade. Okay, number 9. Number 9, last one of this sort. Then we're taking another break to cutting off this video. First step, as usual, copied on the sets. Well, anyway, I'm gonna actually start with the parentheses here, and then I'm gonna write A, because if you look here, there's parentheses before A starts, right? So 1, 3, 4. Union with B, which is 1, 3, 5, 7. Then I close the parentheses, intersect with C, which is 2, 4, 6, 7. And then notice the line goes over the entire thing, which means basically you do everything first. It's like there's invisible parentheses around everything. You do the whole thing, and at the very last minute, that's when you take your complement. Okay? So what's the first step in all of this? First step, see like these parentheses here? That would be the first step underneath the bar. So I'm going to take that union first. That's the first thing. All right, how the heck do I take a union again? Well, I just start by writing that first set again. 1, 3, 4, right? And tack on anything I didn't have already, which is the 5 and the 7. Okay, so I just did that union. Next, I got this intersection symbol, right? And then I got this guy here. 2, 4, 6, 7. Don't forget to carry over that big complement over the whole thing, yeah? Okay, that's crooked. Yeah, close enough. Next step, take the intersection. Intersection means what do they have in common? They have 4 in common. And they got 7 in common. Right? So that means the intersection is going to give me 4 and 7. And again, don't forget to carry over that complement through to the end. Okay, final step. Let's finish in green. Let's do green. Dark green. Final step is to actually apply this complement now. Complement means everything except for 4 and 7 in our universe. Universe being 1 through 8 in this particular case. So I got 1, 3, not 4. I get 5, I get 6, not 7. I get 8. And then this is your final result right there. Okay, there it is. Okay, guys, one more video after this. We're almost there.